that was passed by New York State Legislature, in that public hearings are now hybrid, that you can either attend in person or you can come via Zoom. So that's why we have a screen up, and that's up to you. I guess people don't necessarily have to notify whether they're coming by Zoom or not.
It's only, I don't know, actually.
Okay.
We weren't entirely sure about it today. We were trying to still figure it out, so.
It's a new system.
Yeah, it's a new
They should
system.
raise their hand if they want to speak at the time that their hearing is called that they wish to speak on.
Right. But we are here live, and we welcome you. It's good to see everyone here. You know the room. The exits and the fire exits are exactly the same. You leave through either of these doors, go downstairs, out the front door. And that's it. So, Secretary, can we have a roll call, please?
Chair LaFaro.
Present.
Vice Chair Finnerty is absent. The Secretary is here. Board Member Catalinato.
Present.
Board Member Mutu.
Present.
Board Member Neely.
Present.
We have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Can you please rise and join in for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. So the first application is Luciano. Council, do we have public notice?
We do, Madam Chair.
Great, thank you. And who is reading this into the record? Luciano? Is it Craig? It's Craig?
Luciano?
You're Luciano.
Okay.
Patty is-
Please take notice that a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, June the 9th, 2022 at 7 p.m. at Southampton Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road in Southampton, or via video conferencing to consider the pre-application entitled Paul Luciano, which consists of a three-lot subdivision where proposed lot 1 is to contain 80,040 square foot. Proposed lot 2 is to contain 174,544 square feet and contain a majority of the existing improvements. And lot 3 is to have 80,254 square feet and contains portions of the existing driveway which are marked as to be removed. Located within the R80 zoning district of the Aquifer. Is there more in the
Thank
back?
you.
Is that the whole thing? That doesn't seem like it's complete.
And is anyone representing this application?
It is a Steve Caputo, he might be by Zoom.
Oh, I think he is. I think that's the gentleman that is by Zoom.
Okay. Charles, can you let Steve Caputo in?
We have one computer here that we could check, so we could see who's deleting them, who's not, you know.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
There we
can. Oh, there you
Oh,
are, fine.
There we go.
Great.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, give us an overview of the application.
Presently, we have a parcel which has one home on it, which is centered in the middle of the property. The proposed plan would be to maintain that middle section and call that Lot 2, and then have two additional lots, Lot 3 and Lot 1. Lot 3 being in the southwest corner of the property, Lot 1 being in the northeast corner, southeast corner of the property, I'm sorry. The lot that has the established house on it, which would stay, would be 1,754 feet. Lot 1 would be 80,040 square feet. Lot 3 would be 80,254 square feet. Additionally, the entry into the property would be modified so that lots 3 and lots 2 would share a common entry, and lot 1 would then have a separate entry off Millstone Road. And that's an overview.
So this is in the archaeologically sensitive area. So in the new lots, you'd have an archaeological review. And you are an aquifer protection overlay district, so there would be clearing restrictions.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
What, do we know if the lot with the house would meet the current clearing restrictions when the other two properties are moved away?
That will be part of the analysis that I do. When we do the pre-app report, I will have all the clearing numbers.
Okay. I
Good.
didn't realize- I didn't realize it was pre-app.
Yeah, it's pre-app. Okay. Is there anyone wishing to speak to this from the public here, live, or on Zoom? Charles, do you see any hands?
No one on Zoom.
No one. Okay, so hearing none, we will close with a 10-day written comment period. Motion
Motion?
by Gloria, second by
Second.
Craig, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, 5 in favor, 1 absent, 1 vacancy. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Have a
Yep.
good evening.
You too. Okay, so number 2 is Charles Totoro Revocable Trust.
Let me just apologize to Bruce. We told him today, I think we said that the applicant had to be here tonight, right? I think that's what we said to you in our office.
Oh,
You have an option for Zoom. No, sorry, I didn't, we told him that he had to be here. He couldn't Zoom. I wanted to clarify that. Sorry, Bruce.
So we have notice?
Madam Chair, we do.
No, but you're
Great, so we
leaving
have
before-
notice,
you
and
have to
who is
leave?
reading this?
Yeah, they're done.
Patty, who is reading this?
I am. Totero?
Yes.
Yes, I am. Please take notice, a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, June 9th, 2022, at 7 PM at Southampton Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, in Southampton, or via video conferencing, to consider the lot line modification application entitled Charles M. Totero Revocable Trust, which proposes a land transfer of 7,000 square feet from Parcel 2, 900-4-2-35.1, to Parcel 1, 900-4-2-32. Both properties situated in the R15 zoning district and New York State archaeological sensitive area, improved with single-family residences located at 4 Oak Drive North and 45 Mill Road, Noyak, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 900-4-2-32 and 35.1.
Thank you. Bruce?
Bruce Anderson, Suffolk Environmental Consulting for the applicant. This is a proposed lot line modification, we call transfer. We have two lots here. We have lot 1 and lot 2. Lot 1 has, I'm sorry, I can't see anymore. Lot 1, which is a smaller lot, contains 14,217 square feet. Lot 2, which is a larger lot, contains 26,000. We're in R15 zone. We're going to transfer, we're asking to transfer this piece here, parcel A, which is 7,000 square feet, onto this lot, thereby making it zoning
Just
compliant.
speak into the mic, Bruce.
The orange area shaded is 7,000 square feet, and we're asking to transfer that lot area onto lot 1, thereby reducing parcel 2. When we do that, the benefit is that you now have 2 conforming lots, each of which exceed the R15 zoning requirements, and that's our simple
That's
application.
pretty straightforward, yeah. Any questions from the board? Is there anyone who wants to speak to this application, either here or via Zoom? Charles, any
Nope.
hands? No hands?
Okay.
Okay, then we can close with a 10-day written comment period. Motion by George, second by Gloria, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, 5 in favor, 1 absent.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You
take
too.
care, Bruce.
Thanks for coming, Bruce. Number 3 is Campbell Ranch.
That'll be
Do we
me.
have sufficient notice?
We do,
counsel?
Madam Chair.
Okay, great.
That'll be me.
And George?
Please take notice, a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town
Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, June 9th at 7 p.m. at Southampton Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road in Southampton, or via video conferencing, to consider the site plan modification entitled Campbell Ranch. The request to increase the permitted number of stables for 4 additional horses, the request for 4 additional dormitory units for agricultural labor housing, which is to be located in the second story of the existing structure, known as Building D, as well as the requested expansion of the exercise ring and change of material for said ring, located in the R60 zoning district and the agricultural overlay district, located on the northwestern corner of the intersection of New Light Lane and West Pond Drive at 6 West Pond Drive in the hamlet of Bridgehampton, Suffolk County Tax Map number 900-84-1-32.02.
Good evening, Kieran Pape Murphy, of counsel with Burke and Sullivan on this application. The owner is 6 West Pond Drive LLC. They purchased the property late summer, and they have, I'm here today to, it should be an additional 5 horses. When we had, last time I was here several years ago with the previous owner, it was established that this property could have 29 horses. So they have room in Building E to put 5 additional horse stalls. That is, we got the additional horses by using this second ag reserve. I don't know if, I guess Jackie would remember. And yeah, so anyhow, so that's the situation. And so that's the first requirement. And this building is rather large and has enough room for those 5 stalls. And also, moving on to the ag housing, they have 4 grooms. As you know, affordable housing, it's difficult to find housing. And also, these horses are very expensive, and they want to have someone there. This already has a manager's apartment in Building C. This Building D actually has a 2-story open area, and they're going to take the second floor and make that for 4 grooms to live there. And so it's not expanding any building, it's just using space that was basically just 2 feet up, 2 stories up in the air, and part of it was developed. Now, the exercise ring, all the horse farms, and I guess the nature of it, even the Hampton Classic had to rip out the grass last year because it was too dangerous. And, there's more concern with horse safety, making sharp turns. So they have sand, and they're just going to expand that. And I told them, and they know that this is ag land. You can't remove any soil, and it's just sand, and it's not as dusty, and it's easier. So they're kind of extending it this way. Where is it? This way, making just a little bit bigger, because it's safer. You don't want to make sharp turns, and so that's what's going on there. And then to do that, they're removing some fencing. And actually, they don't want to have, they have X fencing around the whole thing, which is very nice, but they just want to have a 3-rail fencing for the exercise ring. And also, there's privet that goes all the way up and down there, so it kind of blocks out this area. And what else? Okay, so that's the change of fence. So the neighbors. I got a call from the neighbor here on the corner who just built a house, and I'll submit the letter. And I told him what was going on, and he wanted to know if it was for sale. We have people that are buying out here. So anyhow, he just signed a basic support letter. So submit that into the record. So he's here. I also got a call just from an attorney over here, but after I explained to her that everything's going on over there, she never, she told her client I never heard anything else. And then I did get from someone who's not really in favor of Mr. Harry Wagner, who was here, and again, he's blocked by hedges, and I will give you a copy of his letter, which he faxed and mailed to me. I don't know if he sent it here.
Yes, we got it.
Wagner, you
We
got it?
yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, so anyhow, I just want to point out that maybe he seems to think we're putting a private resident on the property, and that's not what we're doing. We're allowed to have, and it's in the ag easement, labor housing for people that work there, for the grooms. And again, he always had, last time when we were here, he was talking about, he's concerned about manure, and we put in a contained manure area. That's here. He's over here. There's privet, and this is 437 feet, so you figure it's like 600 feet away. So, and they do have a covenant to have to keep removing the manure. So anyhow, so that's another one. And that's basically it. I hope you'll, consider this application, and I believe there's somebody, a neighbor here that wants to talk.
I have a question about
Yes.
the 4 bedrooms. Will you be adding bathrooms?
Yes, there's floor plans that were submitted with the application.
Okay, we don't have them.
Oh, you don't have the,
And what about the health department?
they'll have to go to health department, probably have to put in the new system. There's already a bathroom in the building, because there's an office there, so they would just be adding to the existing system. There's an office for them, there, so that's not gonna be an issue.
Are these shared living quarters? In other words,
Yes,
that shared kitchen, shared bathroom?
yes. And I'll get my plan out, I guess, when there's a neighbor here that's gonna speak. If you have any other questions, sorry.
There's 5 horses,
Yes,
the notice said 4.
yes, that was a
Does it have to be
typographical.
renoticed?
No.
No, I checked with that, and again, we had gone through the process.
There are the plans.
Got it?
Yeah, there are the plans, can you
Okay.
see? So it's a communal,
And that's no additional expansion of anything, it's just
No.
above an existing
no,
space.
there isn't.
Yeah.
There had been like, part of it was a break room, like part of it, I think you,
Yes,
if anybody wants to tour it, I mean, it's,
we did a wonderful tour.
yeah, and it's much.
The horses were very happy in their air-conditioned units.
It's
They didn't
very
wanna go
nice.
out.
I would like to be a horse there.
They live better than us.
They live much better than us.
So
I would
just
like to be a
one,
horse
one
there.
occupant per bedroom?
Yes. Like I said, these horses are very expensive, and the person who bought it, his daughter rides, and his granddaughter, and she trains with a Grand Prix jumper. I think she came in second at the Hampton Classic. So they spend their winters in Wellington. We're talking about kind of the jet set
Yeah, horse people.
horse people, yeah.
Will you need to alter parking at
No.
all, or it's,
No, because it's the grooms are living there. They don't have cars, and the 5 horses are
They don't have cars either.
How many horses are currently?
24. And we did the calculations the last time I was here, but the owner he got ill, Mr. Campbell, and then they never got to, I got the approval, and then they disappeared for a couple of years, and then I had to come back, if you remember, and they built a horse walker, they would just do whatever. So this new owner wants to be very, comply with everything and be a good neighbor. So-
Good. Any more questions? We have someone from the audience here?
Yes.
Yes, please. Come.
Sure. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Devine, and my family owns 15 West Pond Drive, which is right here.
Okay.
It's under GED Realty LLC, but it's my family's house. We have owned the property since 2006. We purchased the property from the original developer. And we are also lifetime Hamptons residents and supporters of responsible development. I respectfully object to the proposed addition of the 4 bedrooms to the Campbell Ranch or the Kalili property, whichever we want to call it. It says Campbell Ranch in the application, so. The horse farm as built, is supposed to be a family horse farm, in keeping with the zoning of the agricultural reserve, was what we were told at the time. And we have concerns that this property has morphed into a commercial enterprise. And I know some people might chime in a little bit more about that later. The residents of West Pond have always been told that this is an agricultural property owned by one family to house its horses, meaning the family horses. So 29 horses for one family seems like a lot. I understand the zoning on a square foot basis allows for the additional horses. No issues there. If that's the law and the rules, then that's the way it is. But we do object to the additional stalls. The additional stalls bring more people, more cars, more traffic. One comment that was made about the groomsmen not having cars, I don't understand how that could be the case. It's most likely they do have cars. The 4 bedrooms proposed are all very sizable. That would then turn this property into a 5-bedroom house. The proposed plans for the 4 bedrooms for Building D also shows 2 new bathrooms and a kitchen, which we have up on here. And that to me is a fairly nice sized house for the Hamptons. When I tried to add an accessory building, or when I did add an accessory building to my property, I was told I could absolutely not have a bedroom in the accessory building. And I have probably the smallest house on the entire block. In fact, it is. The description of dormitory units that's in the package I received from Burke and Sullivan, I don't believe is accurate. The rooms are approximately, 2 of them 14 by 14, roughly 18 by 10, and 17 by 14. Again, all very approximate measurements on my side. So, but you'll see, I hope I'm close. Since these will be used to house workers, that brings in transitory individuals potentially who are not residents or owners of the premises, like other people that live on West Pond Drive all year. The turnover of workers can be problematic, not knowing who is coming and going, and could potentially pose a security threat for the block. The Southampton Town Code under horse farms, which is section 330-162.1, makes no mention of the word bedroom, nor does it speak to them being allowed, but I will defer to the experts here to, make your determination on that. But my brief reading of it, I'm not a zoning person or a lawyer, but I did read it. So just wanted to make note of that. That's really it. The farm itself is beautiful. I mean, it took 3 years roughly to build it. We went through that. The farm as built now is beautiful. My daughter rides where I live in Westchester, so I'm not an anti-horse person. I just feel like the spirit of the reserve itself is now being, the limits are being pushed on that. The additional bedrooms makes that a house, 2 additional bathrooms and a kitchen. There's no question about that, and I've spoken to my neighbors who either have written in or will probably say a few words after me. So with that said, I respectfully submit my comments, and I appreciate everybody's time and you listening. Have a great night. Thanks.
Thank you. Charles, is someone there wants to speak to this application?
No hands.
No hands. Do you want to say a few words, Kieran?
Hi, I would just like to remind the board that this has an ag easement on it, and it has to comply with ag and markets law. And in that law, in 2011, they incorporated commercial horse boarding as a use that is protected in agricultural districts, and that this is housing has always been needed for agriculture. I grew up out here. Anybody who did would remember some of the workers that would come up on the potato fields and living in shacks on the turnpike. So I think it's wonderful that these people that work really hard, that have to get up 5 a.m., have a nice place to live and don't have to be stuck in traffic. And I don't know what the car situation is, and I will check with the planners and make sure there's sufficient parking. But these people, I've ridden horses since I was 7, and I know, what it takes to maintain horses and to keep them clean. And this place is complying with all the laws and the ag easement. And I respectfully request that you approve this application. If you need any more information, please let me know.
Great, thank you. Thanks, Karen.
Karen, there's one apartment there currently, is that?
Yes, for the manager,
The
and that's in a different building. That's in this building. And that was already approved
Okay.
way before.
Yeah.
I was not involved in this application at all when it was first being built. So,
So this is staff housing that you need?
yes,
And this is staff housing for this particular farm?
Yes.
It's not for other
no,
No,
farms? It's only
it-
those
no,
where
it's for this one, yes.
For the Campbell Ranch.
And, you know, if any of you want to take a tour and see what's there,
Worthwhile,
these are, it's,
beautiful.
and the horses are very well taken care of, so, anyhow.
Council, the staff housing under current zoning is allowable?
Under the Ag and Markets Law, it is considered part of an agricultural use. It's an extension of that use, and the case law has upheld that. That's why I was trying to distinguish between it not being housing for agricultural use, just in general, like
No.
other people's.
No, it's not.
going to be specifically for a
Yes.
bona fide agricultural use
Use.
on that property.
Yes.
And ag and
And they'll do
markets.
CNRs to that effect, I'm sure, at some point. Even
Yes.
though it's already in the law that
It's already in
it
the
needs
law.
to be, but to the
Yes.
extent you want that, you can get that.
And the ag and markets rules kind of supersede any town zoning.
Well, it's a New York State statute, so that's what
Yeah.
governs us when we
Mhm.
are looking at the ag easements, unless
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
something specific to the particular ag easement, because we do have many over the decades that.
Right, they were
have
very
been-
big,
And
and, yeah.
we have ones that are very big, and we have ones that are incredibly specific. But notwithstanding the vagaries, New York State ag and markets law would supersede any of that, so that's what we have
Okay,
to go by.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
Any more questions from the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion for a 10-day written comment period.
Motion.
Motion by Gloria, second by
Second.
Craig, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, 5 in favor, 1 absent, 1 vacancy. Thank you,
Yeah.
Karen.
Thank you, it's great to see you all.
You too.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our final application is Firestone Holdings. Do we have
Yes, we
notice?
do, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And
That is me.
that is Gloria,
Yes.
okay?
Please take notice, a public hearing will be held by the Town of Southampton Planning Board on Thursday, June 9, 2022, at 7 p.m. at Southampton Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road in Southampton, or via video conferencing, to consider the final application entitled Firestar Holdings LLC, which consists of a standard plan with 3 lots on a 2-acre, 87,125 square foot parcel with a single common driveway serving all lots, situated in the R20 zoning district and located within the high-priority water quality improvement zone located at 70 Meeting House Road within the hamlet of Quayog, Southampton Tax Map Number 900-370-3-14.1.
Hi, welcome.
Good evening, members of the board. John Borkwin, O'Shea, Marcinsick, and Bruin, 250 North Sea Road in Southampton, on behalf of the applicants. I know it's the last one of the night, so I'll try to be brief. The subject premises is an 87,125 square foot, roughly 2-acre lot or tract. It's located on the north side of Meeting House Road in Quayog, approximately 600 feet to the east of John Street. We are in an R20 zone. The property is not within any special overlay districts. So the proposed action that we are on our final approval for is a 3-lot subdivision of the parcel into 3 separate buildable lots which comply with the R20 zoning. Each lot will meet or exceed the 20,000 square feet required in this area. Lot 3, which is the closest to the street, will be 23,447 square feet. Lot 2 in the middle will be 28,000 square feet even, as it will be Lot 1 on the north end. The 28,000 for the upper 2 lots excludes the flagpole area, to be noted. This neighborhood's largely residential, with the exception of Immaculate Conception Catholic Church directly across the street and the Presbyterian Church on the second to next lot, east along Meeting House Road. Public water is available in this area. We have utility letters available from the Suffolk County Water Authority, so each property will be served with public water. There are proposed IA systems, which were given Health Department approval in February of this year. So in compliance with your adopted pre-application report, which was dated August 27th of this year, there is a 25-foot buffer along the north and west boundaries of Lot 1, which is the very top lot there. And there is also a 20-foot even buffer along the westerly boundaries of 2 and 3, the southerly 2 lots, to screen the properties to the west from the common driveway. And a pre-application, as per the pre-application reports, all 3 lots will be served by a common driveway, plans for which are also submitted.
Okay. It's pretty straightforward, and we've seen it. Any questions from the board? Charles, there's no one here live for questions? Anyone in the Zoom room?
No one.
No hands? Just in time. Okay, so then I'll entertain a 10-day written comment period. Motion for that?
Motion.
Motion by Craig, second by George, all in favor. Opposed, abstentions, 5 in favor, 1 absent, 1 vacancy. You've got it. Thank you
Thank
so
you very much. Have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Two.
Thanks, John.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Gloria,
Second.
second by George, all in favor.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. We are adjourned.
Jackie,
Craig, I'll
there
get
were a
it
few
for
of us
you,
in
because I want to get it on Westlaw.
There were a
Okay.
few